Yeah, I think that using you to help our business grow has been really awesome. Not only like the leads that we wouldn't have normally had, right, just internally, but those same patients that came in have become now lifelong patients of ours. So, and then they've referred. So you can
Yep.
just see the snowball effect of the patients who came in off the Facebook ad, and
Yeah.
now they're patients of ours, and they continue to refer. So it's just been really fun.
Hey everyone, this is Casey Carroll with Action Advertising Agency, and I'm sitting here with Dr. Carrie Noring and Dr. Carrie Lane with Health and Healing Chiropractic. We actually filmed a testimonial, I think about 3-ish years or so ago, because we've been working together for about 3.5 years now, actually almost coming on 4 years in May. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to chat with them after the last 3.5 years working together and talk about their experiences that they've had so far and share that with you guys as well. So, hey docs, thanks for chatting with me today.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, Casey.
So, hey, let's talk about where you started off, a couple of years ago. Because when we first started, about 2.5 years or so ago, 3.5 years or so ago, your numbers were, from what I remember, somewhere in like the low 200 range. In the middle of actual, 2020, even the middle of the pandemic and such, you went from like, when we started to like the low 200s or so, to it looks like about the mid 400s actually at one point. A little bit of a regression because you change your plans in the meantime about how you structure everything internally. But how much do you think, you can say it, as it comes to the new patient process, came from either, patients that we had brought for you guys, or the effect of what we've been able to help you guys with your company?
Yeah, I think that using you to help our business grow has been really awesome. Not only like the leads that we wouldn't have normally had, right, just internally, but those same patients that came in have become now lifelong patients of ours. So, and then they've referred. So you can
Yep.
just see the snowball effect of the patients who came in off the Facebook ad, and
Yeah.
now they're patients of ours, and they continue to refer. So it's just been really fun.
Nice, nice. Now I know that, many moons ago you were working with a different Facebook advertiser before we started working with each other. And what has the experience really been like? I mean, I know it's been a while ago since we've been working together for a long time now at this point, but what's the experience been like, with us versus when you were working with your previous agency?
Yeah, we feel that you've been amazing comparing to the previous agency.
Perfect.
Definitely with all the work that you do behind the scenes and to help us with the stats and help us with the no-show rate and help us with all the things that we need help with. You've been amazing
Yeah, the
with the whole
report card.
process.
Yeah, the report card is like, I think, just
Mhm.
another step that you've really went above and beyond what you needed to do to help us in our practice. We love that. Thank you.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
really appreciate that aspect as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting too. A lot of so when you first started working with us, we didn't have the report card, we didn't have the dojo, we didn't have any of the stuff that we have been building pretty heavily in the last year or so ago. And also there's a lot of things that we're actually still working on in the future as well. But the report card is interesting because it really does expose a lot of the things you're doing really well, but it also exposes a lot of the things that need to be worked upon. And I think a lot of the clients that I've shared this with, 95% really do appreciate the report card. Then there's the 5% that kind of feel like I'm exposing a lot of their flaws and they feel a little bit insecure about that sort of a thing. But it sounds like the report card has been really beneficial to helping you understand where your issues are and what you need to focus on in your business, right?
Right.
Yeah, we feel that the more that we know, the more that we can grow and we can
Yeah,
work on those areas that we need help with.
Yeah, I mean, we hired you to help us grow.
right.
And sometimes you have to figure out where you're not excelling in so you can get to that next level. And so you definitely help us do that.
Yep.
Perfect, perfect. Now, as far as your growth in the last 3.5 years or so ago, since we first started working with each other, are you doing any sort of other marketing or anything that could have potentially given you that sort of growth otherwise?
No,
Nope, just internal referrals, but otherwise nothing other than that.
yep, this is the only other marketing we've done.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mhm.
I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that. Hey, I mean, that's I'm always kind of curious because you never know. Like some doctors have like, oh, I do mailers and I do this and I do that. And then you're like, okay, well, it's not, I can't really realistically say that a lot of like that growth could have potentially always entirely come from just Facebook and stuff. But it's really cool to see that, hey, you guys are really embraced, working with us. You really embraced our advertising process and you've seen great results as a result of it in the past couple of years. So for any chiropractor who is watching this video, either one of your colleagues or someone who maybe stumbled across one of these videos on YouTube or on our website or something along those lines, if any of them are like seeing this video and they're not sure if they should work with us, or if they're not sure if they should give us a call or even give us a chance in the first place, what kind of advice would you give to those people that are maybe sitting on the fence, not sure?
I would at least for sure tell them to call you and talk with you about your services and what you've seen help people, I guess, with the whole marketing aspect of it. And then go from there.
Yeah.
We've seen amazing results with you, and
Right.
we would honestly talk to the people as well, the doctors
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, we've doubled our practice since we started working with you. And we've been in practice for 16 years. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Mhm.
So a lot of that,
since-
wow. Okay. So I didn't know that. So a lot of that growth has actually been like in the last like 3.5 years compared to like the first 14 or no, it'd be like the first 12 or whatever.
Yes.
Absolutely. You have helped us so much with that.
Cool, cool. And you know, you guys, where your location is, you know, you're in Andover, Minnesota, of course. So it's not necessarily like in the Twin Cities area, like in the middle of it kind of a thing. You're kind of a little bit farther out, right? From the city?
Yep, we're north. Yep.
Yep, a little
Yeah,
north.
yeah. So you're kind of more in like a, not necessarily rural, I would say, but it's obviously far, it's not like a major metropolitan market. And yet you still have seen fantastic growth, and we're still seeing consistent volume. Even 3.5 years after we first started working, a lot of our campaigns are still running and such too. So, which is pretty cool. Is there anything else you want to share with anyone who's watching this video before we go?
No, just get on board.
Get on board and help.
You heard it from them. Get on board with us. Give us a call.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this video today. I do appreciate your time, doctors, as well. Thank you very much for sharing your story. And for anyone who's watching this, of course, if you ever want to ask them what their experience has been, it sounds like you'd be okay to chat with people, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.